Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage. I've had this Raptor for about 2 months now and 1,500 miles. I just want to say that I really do love this truck, and I think that it is worth all the hype that it gets. So let me get that out of the way. No clickbait, no none of that. I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like there's so much that I hate about this truck. But I do have some things that I want to talk about. 5 things that I love, absolutely. And then 5 things that I think could be better. The first thing that I absolutely love is the fact that this has the performance. It says it does. People will say that they don't love this exhaust, they don't love this. I don't have any issues. I put this in sport mode. This thing is quick. I'm on the highway. It's Florida. People drive fast. I can stay in the fast lane and have my fun. And, within the legal realms of the world that we live in and the Florida laws and all that stuff, I have my fun. I know that this engine and transmission are capable of so much more. So that brings me to the first thing that I absolutely do not love about this. And it's the fact that this transmission requires so much aftermarket support and constantly relearning itself and just heating up to the right temperatures. It's so performance oriented that I guess it's missing the daily drivability. And it reminds me of BMW and Volkswagen's DCT. Those are fun and fantastic when you're doing the performance thing, but when you're not doing the performance thing, they're kind of annoying to drive in traffic. And I'm not trying to sound like someone who doesn't understand the purpose of a performance geared transmission. This is in the Mustang. It has its purposes. It makes sense. But it's lacking. It needs help. And since I'm keeping it stock as far as I know right now, I'm not happy with that. So I'm going to get Forescan, I'm going to reset it, I'm going to relearn it, is going to hopefully makes it better. The next thing that I absolutely love is going to be just the comfort of this. It rides well with its Baja-inspired suspension. The seats are comfortable, they're heated and cooled, they're always, everything feels good. I never feel like I'm not getting a luxurious experience from the Raptor. There's really nothing to complain about daily driving this, and I've actually enjoyed it way more than I thought that I would. Parking still sucks, but that's what it is. But it's a smooth cruiser. It's got every safety feature that I think really anybody needs, and I'm not really ever hurting for more on the comfort part of it. The other thing that I really love is the sound system. I think the Bang & Olufsen sound system is really good. I wouldn't say that it's a 10 out of 10. I think that it could use a couple more speakers. I think that I would give that, I think overall I give it a 8.5, 8.7, somewhere in that realm, but it sounds good. And if you're like me and you enjoy your hip hop, dubstep, any sort of electronic dance music, then this is a sound system that delivers. I think I'm on number 4. The other thing that I love about the F-150 Raptor is the looks. I still absolutely think that it looks great. Every time I see it, I'm like, this is one of those things that you say if you park your car and you don't look back, then you didn't buy the right car. This is a truck that I always turn around and go, God damn, that's a good looking truck. And I'm happy to say that that's how I feel about it, So the looks are still top tier, top 5 things to highlight about this. And then the last thing that I would say would probably just be very similar to the comfort, is just the tech. I'm not a Ford hater by any means. I've always actually been a Ford truck fan. I wouldn't say that I'm a Ford. I've always felt weird about Ford. I do love Ford as an American company, but I don't think that the American companies are as good as the Japanese and European ones. And I know that take is not going to be very, very well received, and that's fine. But as far as American companies go, I think Ford is one of my favorite brands. I don't know. I don't even know if that's the best way to put it, but I'm going to put it that way. And I'm very impressed with the technology. I think that, one, the blind spot monitoring, the parking cameras, everything on this works so well that you should never hit anything in the Raptor. I'm excited because this weekend I'm going to actually use this for towing for the first time, and so we'll see how that goes. There's mixed reviews on the Raptor's towing ability, and I want to see what this thing can do. And I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. Now, to the list of things that I don't like. Like I said, number 1 on that was going to be that 10-speed transmission. Needs some work. Number 2 is easily and obviously going to be gas mileage, but there's nothing really to dive into on that. It has to be on the list because it's atrocious. It's not the worst thing, as I've said in other videos. This performance to that gas mileage, it's reasonable, but it's still bad. 3 is just how it does truck things in almost inefficient truck ways, but it's still cool because it's a Raptor. And that's all I could say on that one. Number 4 is the climate controls. They kind of suck. This doesn't know when in auto, it does a decent job of like remote starting. You know when to kick on the heat, cooled seats, those things, but it doesn't do it right. It's like 80% success. So you set it to 72 in the car, and it's like, let's say it's kind of chilly outside. It will just blast you with the wrong air. Whereas a lot of other cars, they take a little bit to get the temperature right, and then they hit you with that. Also, it doesn't know what fan speed to use. It's just kind of all over the place. And maybe it's just this one. I don't know. But that's easily very frustrating. And number 5 is going to be the remote start itself. This isn't a huge thing, but I hate the fact that every time I try to use the remote start, it doesn't work unless I do lock, then remote start twice. And I don't know if that's just a Ford thing. I've got to look more into that, but it shouldn't be a Ford thing. It should just be you press, your car is locked. You locked it, and then you do the thing. You shouldn't have to lock again and then remote start if the car was already locked. And that's all I've got. I really, really enjoy this truck, and I cannot wait to see what it does as far as towing. And I've got some trips in the wilderness planned. Don't worry, this Raptor is going to get dirty, and I'm going to have fun with it because I want to see what this truck is all about. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you guys have experienced if you're a Raptor owner.